Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Once again, not too sure what I wanted to film a video on today. I really just felt like filming. I didn't have anything else to do at this time, so right now is the perfect time to get a video out. I guess I could do a story time because those tend to be effortless considering some of the stories and some of the things that have happened, so it's just easy to just ramble on about some misfortunes. So, trying to think what situation I should speak on. Well, I could speak on the time that I thought it was a good idea to surprise the person I was dating at that time and just kind of pop up, but not a full out pop up because you can't do that. Like, I wouldn't like if someone did that to me. So it wasn't like a full on, like, you don't know I'm coming whatsoever. Like, I did contact them and say, like, I'm going to be in the area, so I want to see you. I wasn't going to be in the area, it was all planned. It really, in my mind, was a full, like, pop up kind of thing, but it couldn't look that way because I wouldn't want someone to do that to me. So I would much rather someone plan to pop up on me and tell me that they, wanted to versus just doing that, because we don't all lead lives where a person can just show up whenever and it's okay. Like, we're just chilling and everything's fine. Like, some of us have things going on. Our home situation is not set up that you can just pop up and spend some time and that's going to be okay. So I definitely like to try to do people the way that I would want them to do me, especially in social situations. Considering the fact that I have the social anxiety, it really wouldn't be fair for me to do something to someone that, if they did it to me, like, I would like completely lose my mind, or it would just affect my day. But anyway, I had a friend, a really good friend of mine at the time, someone that I grew up with, went to like elementary school with and everything. He was going to give me a ride, and I had him under the impression that this was like a done deal kind of thing, which it was not a done deal kind of thing. It was last minute. Actually, for me, I don't think it was last minute. I think I had planned this. I had considered the situation, and I just decided today is the day. And so I told the person I was dating. He had plans that night, so he kind of left it open. Like, I might be able to see you tonight, I might not. Like, I'm going to be busy for however long. And so technically, he let me know it was probably not a good idea, but I just was hopeful that since he knew I was kind of trying to see him, that he would speed up his plans, but it didn't work out that way. So we drove all the way to Philly. I live in New Jersey, and that's not like a long drive, but the part of Philly that he was in, it was a little distance away from where I live. So we went through the tolls, I paid tolls, everything, and we um we waited like around the corner. Like, I didn't go to his complex because I already knew he wasn't there and it just wouldn't have made sense. Not to mention, oh, that was the other thing. Um, the other thing was my friend didn't know exactly where they were taking me. Like, they knew the location, but they didn't know exactly who I was going to see. And that's only because I felt like there was a slight chance that my friend may have felt some kind of way about me, so I didn't want to mess up my chances of having a ride. This is talking about the guy from last story time, the one who said who would never come pick me up again. So I had to get creative and like get friends and other people to give me rides to go see him, which if I could go back in time, it's just so many situations that if I could go back in time, they would not have played out the way they played out. And I just wish it was possible for me to go back in time and to redo these situations because, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Like, toll money, gas money, like, some situations, once again, these are story times for other days. Some situations were so terrible. I might as well been on the back of someone's like truck with pigs in the back at some points. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it was just like some situations were just like, oh gosh, like this is it even worth it? But at the time, it felt worth it to me, and I wish with all my heart to just go back in time and like undo a lot of this because I would have just, the very first time he said that he was never going to come pick me up again, I would have just been like, well, you know what? I'm sorry that you feel this way. And I'm sorry that the situation worked out this way, but we're just not going to work out because that's stupid. Honestly, that's stupid. You have a car. You know I don't have a car right now. So the fact that you're going to penalize me for someone else falling through is really just... And I'm not even trying to minimalize the situation. And that's the thing. I'm not even trying to make it seem like you driving all this way and then knowing to get back, unless you have an easy pass, you're going to have to pay a toll to get back regardless. I'm not trying to minimalize that situation. I'd have been frustrated too. But now, if you care about this person and you like want to date them and stuff, like why would you... I didn't fall through for like a stupid reason. I fell through because the person who was going to be watching my kids at the time fell through by choice. They decided once they found out what they was watching them for wasn't something that they wanted to support, they left. There's nothing I could do about that. I couldn't take them with me. I couldn't just leave. Like, I mean, I could have been a shitty person and just left, but who does that? I mean, I wasn't home alone. I lived with my mom at the time, so it's not like they would have been by themselves. But like I wasn't gonna do that. That it wasn't that important to me. You know what I mean? Like that would just be insane to just up and leave. Either way, like, oh, we're both just gonna leave. Then I'm going on this date tonight. Like, no, I wasn't gonna do that. I made some questionable choices in my life, but that day was not going to be one of the questionable choices that I made. But so anyways, we got all the way to Philly. I'm contacting him. He's still at, was it like a bachelor party, or it was like something like that, something that can take a long time. But like I said, I was hopeful that since he knew I was in the area and I wanted to see him, and I thought I was important in his life, that I thought he would make it work. Nope. We waited for like, I want to say maybe like 2-3 hours, maybe. I'm not sure how long. I mean, it was the time to get there, and then we waited in an empty parking lot somewhere. But me and my friend had recently had some issues, so that night we were able to patch things up, which was a blessing. But That's not what I was originally, you know, set to do that night. I was supposed to be seeing the person I was dating and having a great night with them, and it didn't work out. It didn't work out because he never showed up. And he probably felt like he was in the right, which technically he was. I was the one who, like, popped up and he said where he was and that it was something that was going to take some time. So technically, that was his way of saying, tonight's not going to work out. We should just do this another night. I was hopeful. I still stuck through like a dummy. And and then looked stupid in the end because it didn't work out. So like I paid toll and gas money. Like I paid for this for nothing. So of course I was mad and feeling like a victim, which I should not have because once again it was like a pop up type thing. You don't pop up on somebody and then be mad that they're busy. It doesn't work like that. Um, Realistically, it doesn't work like that. So that time didn't work out. Um, I had done it before that and it did work out, so I was just hopeful that it would again. But this is a guy who, like, he was just always busy. Like, he worked all the time. Then he went out to, like, the strip clubs all the time, and he went to the gym for hours, and, like, he was just always busy. Like, I was lucky to get some kind of time. And then, like I said, once that whole babysitter falling through situation happened, my chances really were screwed. But, oh my gosh, that whole situation, that I have so many stories from this one particular guy. It's ridiculous. Like, I shouldn't, but I do. And someday I will get into stories on the father of my two oldest children because I got stories for days on that. And honestly, I could turn this video into a story time, one of those stories, but I should probably just stick to this one. But I feel like I was in an unhealthy state and not knowing then, like, you know, now I know that I have bipolar 2. I didn't know then. I thought I just had like the social anxiety / social phobia, general anxiety, and like depression off and on. But like when I tell you, I like idolized him. Like he was on like the highest pedestal you could be on for me. And he shouldn't have because my babysitter fell through and you are saying you'll no longer come pick me up and you know I don't have a ride, you know I don't have a car. So for him to remain on that pedestal, really, obviously, I was going through an episode because logically that whole situation just should not have played out the way it played out. But like I said, I idolized him, which is wrong. I mean, that's a sin. I'm Christian. Um, I idolized him, and I thought he could do no wrong. And as much as it hurt me, the different times that he did certain things or didn't do certain things, it was like I still couldn't let the situation go. Like, I was fighting tooth and nail. I was extremely depressed at times and then extremely happy at times. And you shouldn't be with someone who can affect your mood that severely. Like, if you don't talk to this person all day, you are like doomed. Like, you feel like you are as low as you could get. You're at rock bottom. You shouldn't you shouldn't be with someone that you feel that way with. Obviously, the problem is within you because you can't blame someone for making you like feel that way. Obviously, especially if it's something like, oh, we didn't talk all day, so now I feel like I'm like so depressed and like I just can't find any joy in life today. And then once you contact me, like everything's better. Like it's really you at that point. Obviously they're wrong for like playing games and not contacting you, but it really is something within you. And I think, like I said, therapy is probably best for everybody. I wasn't in therapy at that time. I definitely wasn't on medication. I was just out there crazy, basically. And so um, that's how that situation played out. But I just, at the end of the day, and I said plenty of times that I would have popped up. If I had my own car, I would have popped up plenty of times. The situation probably would have ended a lot sooner. Um, and the crazy thing is, like, we could be in contact with each other today, but it would be pointless. It would be pointless to mess up a good situation over someone who is not mature enough to be ready to be in a real relationship. Not saying he's not in a real relationship right now. I have no clue. What I do know is since the last time we talked, his mindset is still pretty much the same. He's one of those guys that wants you to think that you're the only one, but you're not. You're one of many. And if he does something wrong and you're upset about it, he somehow finds a way to manipulate you into believing that you're the problem here. So if you don't contact me for 3 days straight and I finally get a hold of you and I'm angry, I'm wrong because I'm talking to you crazy, basically. It would be that type of situation. Guys that do stuff like that get on my nerves. And like I said, he was older than me. So you really expect a lot more from people who are older than you. Like, I definitely expected him to be a lot more mature and straightforward and knowing what he wanted. And he knew what he wanted. Not a serious situation, not a serious relationship, because obviously I would be a fool right now if I was to sit here and believe that I was the only one that he was talking to at the time. And it would be times that I'd try to post things on his page, on Facebook, and it would not be public. Like, I would post it and I would see it for a second, and then later on, like, it would be gone. So I don't know if he just made it private so only I and him could see it, or if he just deleted it altogether. All I know is he has some fraudulent stuff going on. He had strippers that he was friends with that posted like these long paragraphs and little picture collages on his page. Like, I'm really making myself look like an idiot because I was an idiot at that time. And like I said, if I could go back in time and for that specific situation, that whole thing would have went completely different. But I can't, unfortunately. Unfortunately, I can't go back. I can't go back in time, and this isn't to make myself seem like an angel either, because obviously I was doing some stupid stuff and these little random pop-ups and stuff like that, but it's just to say we all end up in these shitty situations when it comes to dating people, and you just never know what kind of person you're about to get. Honestly, they can seem perfect on paper. When I say it was a person that was considered perfect on paper, perfect. In first impression, perfect. It wasn't until you get down into the mix that it's just like, what is this? Like, what do you mean? It's just ridiculous. But this video is obviously about to be 20 minutes, and so it's going to take literally like 2 hours to upload, so I should probably cut this video short. But I just wanted to post something else, get something else up there. And I appreciate the subscribers, everybody who has subscribed, and people who take the time out to watch the videos. I really appreciate it, and I thank you, and I hope you all have a great day, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you.